Those bills. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the broadcast. And as you can see, I've got my beautiful wife, Kelly, with me. We've already got 10 people in here. So you guys drop us a comment. Let us know who you are and where you're coming in from. I don't really have like any kind of a scripted thing I'm going to do tonight. It's just going to be kind of a hangout. And it's Kelly's first time live. So a whole new experience there. It's my first time doing a live with her as well. I've got a small list of some videos I'm thinking about doing for YouTube, and maybe we can go through that and get some yays and nays. Y'all, like I say, drop me a comment. Let me know who you are, where you're coming from, and give a few minutes for everybody to come in and say hello. That's the intro. Let's see who we got here. Joe Southern, welcome in and welcome back to the broadcast, my friend. Memna X, a favorite. Thank you so much for the super chat last time. A high five and a fist bump to you, my brother. Wayne Forbes, good to see you, man. Sorry to hear about you having a track bust on you. Like I say, next week's not too busy. So if you guys need an extra hand getting those on, give me a holler. Who else have we got here? Kibi Lee Cat, welcome in from the UK. This is cool. Yeah, this is like her probably fourth live chat I've had her come in and visit with us. Charles Bessenbach, a familiar face. We're already up to 26 viewers in here. That's like a really quick climb from what I've been having, and we're thankful for every one of you guys. Let's see, Clearview Land Development. Mason from Tallahassee, Florida. Welcome in, my friend. Glad to have you. Skid Steer Drew, seeing you in here, man. I watched a video of you, Mr. Drew, the other day, and to talk to you and watch your videos, I had no idea you could sing so well. He's a big singer in his church.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah. And let's see here.
Ontario, Canada.
Yeah, you can probably read those off better than me.
Should have worn my glasses.
Yeah, Stephen Skidmore. Welcome into the broadcast, my friend. Thank you for being here. And like I say, if you guys have, just regular Q&A for us, we had a blast making 2 videos this week. It's a slow time of year, so videos have slowed down quite a bit, but we're staying with it, just like I'm seeing a lot of the other guys out there. Slow for the holidays, but it's all good. Let's see here. Jeffrey Livingston, a familiar face. Dirt Brute. Steven, how's it going, buddy? I hope you enjoyed plowing snow the other night. I know that you didn't seem like you were too excited about it, but if the butt calls, you got to run with it, right? Let's see here. Gunnar Gardner, Utah, my favorite state of all. Captain Friday. Welcome in, my friend. Moncks Corner, South Carolina. I'm sure you didn't get any of the snow that we just had come through. We had like what?
Maybe 3 inches.
Yeah,
we let down.
Yeah, we were both kind of disappointed. It was really pretty this morning, but it was a fluffy snow. It stuck around for a little while and then it warmed up, and of course, late this evening it pretty well melted off. Yeah. But we got to enjoy just hanging around today and doing our thing. So let's see here. Did I already say Dan McGivern? Nope, Dan McGivern. Welcome in, man. Good to see you. Lee Kemp, welcome back, man. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Millette Fords, it's going good, man. It's going good. We've got quite a few people in here already, and I've had a couple of things roll through my mind. When we started the live, I didn't have anything in mind, but as usual, it just kind of popped into my head.
Skid Steer Drew says he doesn't think you heard him sing. He plays the trumpet.
Oh, no. I think I saw you singing. I think he's messing with me. He thinks I ain't got no singing. Joe Southern, let's see. It hit his comment. What does it say? I'll let Kelly read through it real quick. What it is on YouTube, like if you use a certain wording or phrase, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's in its system as being something that can at all be taken offensive to anybody, it hides it, and we have to read through it and either unhide it or just leave it off. So
Something about best way to dig and holding your beer and a fire department and insurance company. So it sounds like it could be a good time or a scary time. I don't know.
Well, we'll just go ahead and show it.
Oh, I can show it.
Yeah.
Oh, there we
yeah.
go. All right.
There you are.
Well, no. Oh.
Yeah, it's on there,
Best
I
way
think.
to dig. Spam digging life's videos. Ask to buddy to hold your beer and yell, I can do this.
Here. I don't
Yeah.
drink anymore. I can't drink anymore. But if I did, I would totally go with it. For sure.
Yeah, neither one of us can really tolerate the drinking that much.
No, I've grown too old for such things.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Jeffrey Livingston, how does your rear feel from that rock the other day? Well,
What rock?
I fell down. Yeah. I fell down
Oh.
several times on that job. I just only videoed one because at a point I started thinking, people are going to think I'm drunk.
Uh-huh.
I fell off the side of the truck when I was climbing out of it. I fell down when I stepped in the ditch.
Was this all in the video?
No, I only videoed one because I had to, save a little bit of face. But I was fine. I actually didn't land on my bumpus.
So I need to come in here more and they'll tell on you.
Probably.
I can find out what's really going on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Did you guys see our video over on our other channel, the Kennedy Fam? What was the title of that video?
Which one? The first one?
Yeah.
Let's have a baby.
Yeah. If you guys haven't seen that, we had probably more fun and more laughs making that video than you will get out of it. But definitely, if you're a father or a wife, you're going to get a laugh out of it.
Funny on both sides.
It was great. We had a good time. But yes, it's out in the open. We are planning on trying to have a baby. And we've got this other channel that's going to go through every bit of it. Good, bad, serious, funny. It's going to be a really good time. So the Kennedy Fam, check it out. If you want to, sweetheart, you can type in the name of the channel there. And like I say, it's going to be more serious than anything, but I've always enjoyed channels that allow people into their personal side and their more serious side. And when you know somebody's personality, you connect even more with their fun channel, which is Digging Life 21. And so that's our goal.
He's planning on having a lot of fun on the Kennedy Fam too, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I try and make a serious video, and he's got to crack his jokes. So
yeah.
You throw Emma in there too.
Oh yeah, it's solid.
It's
a solid good time for sure. Emma, if you're new to the channel, you probably missed a lot of the videos that she is in, but she is quite the narrator. She's a 6-year-old narrator. Click the like button and give it a thumbs up if you would like to see Emma in my videos more. She'll definitely be in the Kennedy Fam, but definitely click the like button, and that will tell me to get Emma in here. It'll also help our channel. Truth be told, I've always been totally transparent with you guys. If you click the like button, it helps this poor hillbilly and his very tolerant wife who puts up with him. So let's see what we got in the comments here. I can't.
Let's see.
Ohio Valley Pond. Good to see you in here, man. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Let's see here. When you fall down high speed, people will think you have fast reflexes. This is true. I tried, I can't fly, but I can fall with grace. And I try, anytime you fall, there needs to be somebody to see it. Otherwise, it's a wasted fall. And I'll always look around. And I'm already laughing at myself. So it's all good to take a spill once in a while. Who else we got come in now? Nemo Gold says his wife was rolling during our.
Good. I'm glad she enjoyed it. Well, tell her to stay tuned. We'll have some more funny stuff.
Come. Oh yeah, definitely for sure. We got Chris Malone in here. Welcome in, man. Welcome to the broadcast. Says Digging Life, one of the best channels on YouTube.
Thank you.
And close to home. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much. It's always humbling to even be compared in the same league as some of the bigger creators. But, I look up to them. I watch Elite Earthworks, Dirt Boss, all of those guys. Dirt Brute's got a channel. Skid Steer Drew. I love watching all of them, the big and small channels. I learned something from all of them. So if you see them, more than likely, their name is highlighted in blue. Number one, they're a moderator for this live, but more than likely, they're also a channel.
Okay.
So check them out. And if you're in here and you have a channel, just, comment YouTuber or something simple so people can find new channels. I know I have a hard time when I'm looking for new channels. Like this time of year, new material is slow. So I get everybody watched and I need somebody to watch. I've been on Dirt Boss to just do lives and he won't do it. I don't know why, but he won't. He's stubborn. So I need y'all's help. Message the Dirt Boss and tell him Todd needs something to watch.
Let's see. Joe Southern, my kids are 28, 27, 25, and 22. 4
children.
Wow.
You must be a madman.
Did you have all boys, all girls, or a good mix?
Yeah. Do fill us in.
Yeah.
Skip boo. Yes, indeed. Makes me sick. Let's see, Michael Gall. Moffett, congrats on the new business.
Yes.
Indeed. Anybody starting a new business, especially right now, it can be kind of tough, but
yeah, for sure.
It's been good for us. Even with the virus, it hasn't really hurt things, but there is the typical wintertime slowdown.
Yeah.
And it's just time to catch your breath and spend time with family. And then in summertime, we'll all gear up and be working dark to dark again. Let's see, Moffett Forge. My wife gets mad at me for cracking jokes.
Sometimes I get mad at him too for cracking jokes.
Apparently, there's a time to be serious.
It's true.
So I'm told.
Yes.
By her.
Charles, anytime. He can come play anytime.
She says, take him, please.
Yes, sometimes I need to be able to get some stuff done. Have him.
Yep. Luis, I think I pronounced that right. Hi from Portugal.
Oh, hello.
Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. I've been seeing your comments on the videos. I really appreciate it. And all of you, if you want to make a difference and support the channel, the biggest thing you can do is, number one, watch the videos if you're enjoying them, but 2, comment for us.
Yes.
And it helps me. It may hurt my pride if you guys tell me something you don't like, but I will listen and I will put those things, I will implement them to make better videos. If you guys like this week, I did like my old school videos that I did when I first started, a whole lot of time lapse. And what I've done is change things up a bit. I'm trying to give a description of what I'm going to do beforehand. And then through the slow, repetitious stuff, I'm going to do time lapse. And for me, I like time lapse because I can see the earth being formed as I do it. So that's why I like time lapse. Now, you guys who are learning, you've told me you like real time. So if you can, when you watch these videos, and those of you in this live, or if you're watching the recording afterwards, you are the folks who watch this the most. And it's your channel. And we want to make it something that you enjoy. So please comment. Good, bad, yay, nay. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. And I'm going to make this channel into what the majority vote for. If you don't tell me, if a person gives the channel a thumbs down, I don't know why they didn't like it. They've just thumbs downed it. So you guys help me out, by being honest and just tell me what you need. Who we got next?
Well, let's see. I love the I-beam for grading. Where did you get that idea from?
Well, my arch nemesis, Let's Dig 18. I saw him, let's see, who was it? I'm pretty sure it was him. I saw him use a log for grading mud one time, and I was like, that's freaking brilliant. Well, then I seen him break the thing, and the whole time he's grading, he's breaking this tree down into smaller sections. And I'm like, well, number one, you get on a job, you don't always have a tree or be allowed to cut one down to make it. So I had the idea, I just need something big and metal. I can't afford a tilt grading bucket yet. So I came across some scrap I-beams on a job that a customer just wanted rid of. So I took them and I cut one to 6 foot length. What's bad is I meant to cut it 8 feet. And after I cut it, I was like, that's the shortest 8 feet I've ever seen in my life. Then I measured the second time. You know, you're supposed to measure twice, cut once. I measured once wrong. So that's how I ended up with it. I wanted something that would not break, and two, I could easily throw on the trailer and transport from job to job. And especially in the wintertime, everything's muddy. It's always wet, so it's hard to grade with a bucket. But our tilt grading bucket, and it's a 4-foot grading bucket, is at the rental place, getting the hoses fitted on it to the right length. And I picked up my mowing deck as well. So on the I-beam side, you're still going to see that used because it's a lot easier to grade with a 6-foot bar than a 4-foot tilt grading bucket. And it's really easy. You can just hold on to it, and then if you need to tilt this way, you just find somewhere you can drop it, and it'll tilt, grab it, and do your grading. Makes it super easy, and you can usually pick up a scrap I-beam pretty cheap. If not, you can go to Lowe's and get a cross tie for like $8, $8 or $10. Buy you a few of those. They also make good mud mats too. You can string them together. How far behind am I?
All right, not bad, not bad. All right, so what markup do you have on your gravel?
You want to answer that one?
Well, we don't mark up the actual cost of our gravel any. We just charge for the delivery of it. And then if we're tailgating it, it's just, cost of the delivery, whatever we charge for that. If he's got to use a machine, we charge for the use of the machine. So depends on how he's putting it out, but we don't upcharge the actual cost of the material. We just charge a haul bill for delivery. Let's see.
So yeah, and that answers that. If you guys have any questions, we can't give specific numbers, obviously for security reasons, but if you're just starting into the business and you're finding you're having a hard time keeping everything straight, I used to get those little black file boxes, and I had file folders, and I just separated everything up between different expenses and my invoice folder and stuff. But since me and Kelly got together, and she's a lot smarter than me, and she's very good with computer things, we use QuickBooks. So I know in a couple of lives, I've been asked by several people about how we do our bookkeeping, and she does that stuff. We have accountants, but she does use the QuickBooks, and she can tell you more if you guys want to ask specific questions. I just want to let y'all know that she knows this stuff, and that it's actually linked to a bank account, and you can match up stuff.
Yeah, our QuickBooks is linked to the business bank account, so all of our transactions are imported, and then I go and just tell them where they need to go, what they're classified as. But I have an accounting background, so I can do that, but we do still pay a CPA to do our taxes because I am not doing taxes. I'm not a tax accountant. That is not what I went to school for. I don't want to do it. I'm not doing it.
Did you recommend QuickBooks?
Yeah, I've been really happy with QuickBooks. It's really user-friendly, super, super easy to use, and I think it's a great way to keep everything organized.
Do you think it's something that a common person without any accounting background can buy it, upload it, or download it to the computer and easily use it? Because I didn't. I tried it one time, and I can't keep more than 2 things straight. So
I wouldn't say that it's easy for just anyone. So I have a degree in accounting, so I at least have some background knowledge of where things need to go and how financial statements should look like. So I know that helped me with QuickBooks. It was just a matter of learning the actual software itself. But I have a friend who has just started using QuickBooks, and she does not have an accounting background. She had, I think, one accounting class in college. But she has done fine with it. Like, I spent maybe an hour on the phone with her, helping her get her account set up and walking her through a few different scenarios. And she's done fine. So I think that if you had someone that you could consult with beforehand and just walk you through it one time real quickly, or have a person that you can send kind of troubleshoot questions to, you should be fine. It's not it's not that far out there.
And it's, for me, from the business, like for me, the operations side, and that's been the biggest change going from me, you know, I might be America's favorite hillbilly, but I am not good at keeping things straight. She loved my prior bookkeeping and filing system. It was pretty bad. Actually non-existent, I think might be the correct term. But anyway, on a serious note, for you, it helps tremendously because she has all these sections set up in QuickBooks, and she can really quickly pull up, what's the report thing called?
Just our financial statements.
Yeah, it's like she can pull it up and I can see what we spent on certain sections. So I can see what we spent on fuel, what we spent on insurance, like what's some other examples?
So something we look at a lot is miscellaneous supplies. So all those random trips you guys are making to Ace Hardware, Advance Auto, Tractor Supply, those little, $10 here, $40 there, $120 here. That don't seem like a lot individually, but then you put them all together, and at the end of the year, you say, where did $7,500 go worth of wrenches and gloves? We've had to look at that and say, okay, are you really keeping up with your gloves, or did you really need that extra tape measure when you have 17? Did you just forget to take it with you this morning?
Yep.
Do we need to just be better about trying to remember stuff? And it's good because sometimes you can get on get a good workflow going, and you got some good jobs coming in, and you're feeling pretty good about the situation, and you think, well, I'll just stop by and grab this, or I'll just stop by and grab that. Sorry. Sorry, guys.
I was wondering, I was like, is that a camera move?
No, that was me shaking my leg. So anyway, you think, oh, it's no big deal. I'll just stop and grab an extra pair of gloves because I left mine on the works.
I'm bad.
Yeah, and he left something at the job he was just on.
$40.
And my question was...
It was my paint one that you guys might have saw this week where I painted the ground for the pipe, and I thought, I might as well just have them throw it away, because if it was $15, it's not worth the fuel to drive
45 minutes back to get it.
Yeah. Aren't we keep finishing?
And then I'm like, but no, you should check and see, because is it $15 or is it $40?
It was like 37 something.
Okay, so he can drive back and get it, because we'll probably be out anyway.
Yep.
Little stuff like that we've really trimmed.
40's quick.
They do. They 40 here, 40 there. You don't think it's a big deal when you're looking at jobs and that are thousands, but at the end of the year when you look at it, it's like, okay, well, that added up to thousands.
Yeah.
That was truly just an expense.
Yep. And
if we hadn't spent it, hey, that could be another piece of equipment or
And one big one that will save you guys fuel. Save you money is fuel. Most of us are lazy, or we're in a hurry, and there's a Shell right here near the house that I go by every day. It's got the high flow pumps, the nice high flow pumps that'll fill the truck, the machine, auxiliary tanks up. You can do it all in under like 2 or 3 minutes. But prime example, they were $2.99 a gallon for diesel yesterday actually, and you go to the grocery store where they've got their super slow pumps, fuel's still good, and it's like $2.49. That's 50 cents a gallon. Now, the truck holds 50 gallons, the excavator holds 17 gallons, the tractor holds 17 gallons.
You doing the math?
The pickup truck holds a 75-gallon tank in the bed.
Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.
That's just tons of money for the convenience of doing it a little bit quicker. And
he doesn't need that convenience.
I don't need that convenience. No. I've been told I don't need it.
No, he doesn't. All right, let's move on. Ever thought of getting a bigger excavator? Yes, all the time. We are always talking about new equipment, different equipment. Yes, that is always in the talks.
And that goes back to you guys keeping records and using, what I would do if you have paper books and they can't afford QuickBooks and they got files, would you recommend them keep a running tally of things so they can quickly reference, or do quarterly checkups.
If you can figure out how to use a basic Excel file, drop that data in there, and
you can do little formulas, which is pretty easy to learn.
Google the sum function in Excel, and seriously, Google anything that you want to do in Excel. It'll tell you. It's super easy, but it will make your life 100 times easier.
I really feel like if you guys can keep your records and monitor your spending, that's going to make a big difference. If I had done that better in my first few years,
we'd be in a different setup right now. I mean, it's because of that we knew we could get the excavator, the dump truck. I mean, we went from spending so much renting equipment to now we're not spending nearly as much, and we own it. And it's just, we're not having to line it up to go pick it up and drop it back off, and it's a hassle.
And getting a loan, if you guys go to your banks and you're a young company and you may have had 2 or 3 years operations, they're going to want your, what is it? It's a statement of some kind, but they want to know how much you made, how much you spent. They want to know every little detail.
They're going to want to see your profit and loss.
Profit loss statement.
Yes.
That's it. We found it.
Or income statement. It's the same thing.
Yeah. They're going to want to know that stuff. Now, if it was up to me and I went in there, I'm like, I need a loan for $70,000. And they're like, okay, we need this, this, and this, and this. I would say, I don't even know what that is.
And he'd leave and never pursue it.
And I would just I would have kept renting.
Yeah.
And our payment on the excavator is how much?
$1,256.
Okay, to rent that same machine is $450 per day. So
y'all do the math on that, And we even did a short term. Our loan is only 48 months on that excavator. Yeah. So we're already excuse me.
We both had a plague.
We've had a cold. We don't have the Rona. It's fine. No. We're already halfway through paying it off. And, I'm going to knock on some wood here, but the maintenance on that thing has not been bad.
But it was 1,500 hours on it. And most of those size excavators, which it's an 80, really you don't start having major troubles till, if you take care of them, about 7,500 hours.
How many are we at now?
2,800.
So we still got a lot to go.
We got a long way to go. And that's one thing about excavators. It is a motor hooked to a hydraulic pump to a bunch of cylinders. They're very basic.
That was the best purchase we have made.
It's easily paid for itself. So
time and time again, it has paid for itself.
Yep. Excavator is definitely where it's at. But what I'm saying, like if you don't have those records, you're going to have a really hard time making that purchase. It's going to save you thousands and potentially make it to whether you either make it in business or you don't make it. I mean, you're talking like 3 days rent.
Yeah.
As opposed for that same price, having that machine for 3 days, as opposed to having it for 30 to 31 days.
And so now we own it. And on our taxes every year, we get to claim depreciation.
Yep.
So we're still getting a write-off.
Yep.
Because when you rent it, you get the full rent as a write-off. Well, now we're getting depreciation. It's a win-win all around. If you can swing the payment and you're good, that you can have enough work coming in to make the payment every month, having your records will be key, because most people, especially if you're starting out, you're not going to have, 40 to 80 grand laying around to go buy a machine. You're going to have to get some financing.
Yeah.
And that's just normal. So keep your good records. All right. Joe Southern, 2 boys, 2 girls. You had a good even split of his 4 kids. Girls are hard. Why don't you tell them what you think about having girls versus boys?
Oh, I'd take girls all day long. I love my girls. She's got 3 nieces. They're mine. I love them.
He has just taken
I've never fallen for a kid like them. They run up me and it feels like my own kids. I love all 3 of them. And
when we do our family beach trips in the summer, we take, Emma, ours, and my 3 nieces. It's like they're just part of the group. And so here he goes with me and 4 little girls, and we go off to the beach,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm half crazy.
Yeah, we have
I do
blessed.
fine with it.
They love him though. Oh my gosh, they love him. He's the cool, fun uncle, and Emma's a big daddy's girl.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Hey, bud, any luck on anyone near Gatlinburg to do some mulching? I don't think anybody ever came back, did they?
I actually posted last night.
Okay.
I had one person said they would make the trip. I was going to reach out to you. He said that to make the trip there, it'd have to be like 40 hours of work for them to be able to load up, and they would be having to cross state lines. I think that friend of mine is actually in Kentucky and has the same issue getting equipment across state line. He would have to get a permit to haul, and it's kind of the same thing with us. We don't cross state lines. It's just not cost effective for the customers. So I did put my feelers out. I got one guy to respond. We decided it wasn't going to be a good fit for him. But drop me a comment and let me know, because I think that you were thinking it was just 1 or 2 days work. So I'm going to keep putting it out there. Hopefully here in a day or, another day or two, I'll have a couple more people reach out in the group. We've got a whole bunch of contractors in our group, and hopefully somebody just hasn't seen it yet.
All right, digging for a living. Would it not be more, this is a good question, would it not be more efficient to have the gravel delivered at 20 yards a crack so there's not so much back and forth and you could stay in the excavator moving material? All right, so yes and no. I hear you on this one, and if it's something that he can be moving on the excavator, sure, and there are times that we do that. Where it doesn't work is when he's got 20 minutes worth of grading and the rest of the day is putting material down. So now we're paying someone to be moving material back and forth, and he is sitting his happy little butt on a machine not moving.
Unhappy.
So yes and no. Sometimes it's beneficial, and in those times we do. Or if we're in a time crunch, we'll do that. When we had our employee, that was really great that he could run loads back and forth, stuff like that. But if it's a situation where it's a small job and he doesn't have a lot of excavator grading work to do, or why pay someone else to do what he can do? We've got a truck. So now if we're paying someone to haul it and he's sitting on the machine not doing anything, we've also got a truck sitting not moving.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, that makes sense to do it that way.
Typically, our jobs don't have a whole lot of material to haul. We've got a guy that owns Willow Creek Trucks in Lester, North Carolina. He hauls for us. If y'all are familiar with him, his name's Jared Wells, and we sub out to him quite a bit. And he is one of the people in the world that you could call him, tell him you need something, and if he can do it, he will be on time. Yeah. I don't know if he's ever been late.
No.
And
he's never fallen through.
But I like doing everything. I like driving the dump truck. I like running the equipment too. And for the most part, our jobs are not big enough, and we're not booked out so tight that we need the help, but occasionally we do.
Yeah. And when we do, we've got the resources and contacts to be able to do it. So, So the answer to that is yes, sometimes it is, and no, sometimes it's not. It just depends.
Our biggest thing would probably be, and we've been talking about this, that I would like to have a bigger dump truck, but we will probably have to sell Weber.
Y'all, we cannot have 3 trucks and 1 driver. 3 trucks, 2 pieces of equipment, and 1 Todd.
I'm in love with my truck is the problem. But if y'all were smart, and if it was one of you guys saying, I got 2 little single axles, I'm having trouble keeping up, what would I say? I would say sell the least reliable one, or the one actually that costs you, for what it costs you and how much it makes you, which we figured up. I think Wilbur averaged costing us maintenance $1,500 to $2,000 per month.
When we were running them full time.
And then like 1 to 2 weeks a month, he's sitting in the shop. Well, we've got a brand new truck now, even though I don't particularly love the truck. For the most part, it's more reliable, and its payment's only
$14.50 a month.
So you get a lot more reliability.
And it's not down for a week here and there, back to back, and then we're no truck. And
so if it got to where we were consistently having to haul more material, since most of the grading that I do, like a driveway, I can throw the box blade on and have a long driveway graded in 30 minutes to an hour. And it's not like a laser fine grade. You crown the driveway around here and it's good to go. And then it's just hauling material. The decision would be pretty easy to sell Wilbur or trade him and get a bigger dump truck for me to run. Because then it would also be more beneficial with a bigger dump truck. We could have a bigger trailer and I could haul both machines at one time pretty easily, saving a lot of time. So it's more, you can either delegate, you can have employees who are going to call in sick and have personal issues, or you can streamline yourself. If you're the business owner and you like doing the work like Dirt Boss, you don't see a whole lot of people crawling around him working either, or Elite Earthworks. You see them buy a bigger, more, they make their self as a person more efficient. So that's kind of the direction I want to go. But Kelly has also made good argument that there is benefit to having an employee. I just don't have a lot of patience with people. Except my beautiful wife.
Next. All right. Michael got a way better job. Congratulations. That's awesome. Very cool.
Very good.
Joey, 3 boys, 18, 24, and 26. Did they eat you out of house and home?
More than likely.
All right. What video editing program do you guys use?
We use KineMaster. It looks like KineMaster, KineMaster. It's an app. You can use it on your phone. You can get music with it. I like better than what we have on the laptop, which is iMovie. And it's just super convenient. You can lay back in your recliner in the evening. You can edit. You can be, like you guys are saying, if you're in the machine, you're waiting on a load of material, then you can kick back and be editing videos from the past day, 2 or 3. And, if you're editing, then you're working on a passive income in a way. So you can be doubling down. But iMovie is kind of nice just because, you're not looking at this tiny little screen and using your thumbs to try to edit, shorten, trim your clips. So I actually prefer KineMaster. That's what I like. The slowest thing about KineMaster is if you use a GoPro of any kind, I use a Hero 8, is you have to upload through the Bluetooth link or Wi-Fi link the videos. And if you're shooting in 1080 or 4K or whatever, it takes a while to upload to your camera. Well, then you do your editing and you have to export that video, and then you have to upload it to YouTube. And this is just a whole lot of time. With a computer, you can take the little memory card, micro SD out, and it just amazes me how much footage you can put on this tiny little plastic thing, but you just pop it into your hyperdrive or whatever on your computer, and it just starts uploading as you're working on it. So it's super convenient. But if you're asking, I would go with KineMaster.
All right. Dirt Brute, 2 boys, 15 and 19. Oh boy.
We're gonna say hello to James Dees. Good to see you, James. Welcome in, man. Always good to see you.
Joe Southern came here from Let's Dig and Elite Earthworks. Very cool. Thanks for coming over. Whoop, we're skipping.
Yeah, it'll do that once in a while when we get too far behind.
It's because you get to talking.
I might talk just a bit.
All right, G West. Hello, saw you at the dealer this week.
Which dealer?
You left before I had a chance to say hello. Maintenance or break something. Yeah, which dealer?
Who was it?
G West.
G West. Which dealer was it?
Hello from Bennettsville, South Carolina. Land of Lincoln.
That was ours or else.
Yeah, QuickBooks for us too. Yes, QuickBooks is awesome. Let's see. Hey, Todd. Just going to look at some block and tackle mechanical advantage videos to pull a stump. Wanted to say hi. Hello.
Good to see you. Welcome. Thank you for dropping by.
You're drinking bourbon.
Have some
Cheers.
bourbon. Water.
Cheers.
And cheers to you.
Okay, all right, Dirt Brute. So I take pictures of the receipts of the phone for QuickBooks. You know, I have actually not done. Will you bring my glasses when you come back?
Where they at?
On the kitchen counter so I can read these comments better. You know, I have actually thought about wanting to do that because my problem is that I have this pile of papers that are not very organized. So if I take the picture and put it in there, can I throw away the receipt?
What's that?
Dirt Brute. He takes pictures of his receipts and uploads them to QuickBooks. And I'm like, you know, I've thought about doing that. And if I do, does that mean that then I can get rid of my receipts? And you know that whole big cabinet over there, it's all about paper.
Oh, that would be handy. I just know, like most invoices, like if you have a repair or something, it has to have your company name on it. And you have to be able to show that it's something you bought.
Well, yeah. He's saying you take a picture of it.
Oh, yeah. That'd be something.
Let's see. Hello from Chicago.
Chicago, Chi-Town. I used to go up there a lot back in my trucking days.
Only ever been to the airport there. That's it for me.
Sorry.
We just got QuickBooks, trying to get a handle on it. It's, you know, if you're not super used to any kind of software like that, or if you're just not familiar with accounting lingo, it can be hard. But, you know, it's, I think that if you have a CPA that does your taxes, ours was actually helpful in getting me kind of familiar with QuickBooks. So that may be a resource to go to as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember year 2001? Was there cell phones back then or YouTube?
They were not very good. And YouTube has been around for 15 years. So
no, it was not around. Yeah, my godson informed us of that the other night at dinner.
I thought YouTube had been around longer than that, but 15 years is what I'm pretty sure. It's 14 or 15 years since it's been around. It was not very good when it first started. Off-road
diesel. We have talked about that, getting off-road diesel in tanks at the house or the shop. We have talked about doing that. That is, yeah, we've talked a lot about that. That's something we're going to look into some more. Excel is a great tool to manage business. Yes. Before we had QuickBooks, I managed all of our stuff just in Excel.
How did it compare?
The only thing I will say with QuickBooks is that the feature where it links your bank account to QuickBooks, and so it automatically imports all of the transactions and kind of balances everything for you. Super awesome. I mean, I may doing it in Excel, and it's definitely not a bad idea. I would say that's better than not doing anything, hands down. My preference would be QuickBooks, having done both, but Excel is awesome. Yeah. Hello, Todd, Shane Rowland.
Hello, Shane Rowland. Welcome back to the broadcast. High five and a fist bump. He's a regular face.
Okay.
Regular barfly around.
Angel Johnson. Who do you guys think is a bigger legend and icon? Whitney Houston or Michael Jackson? Whitney Houston, hands down. Love her. Love her. When her stuff comes on, I will belt it out in my beautiful singing
You
voice.
wouldn't know that it's not Whitney. Beautiful.
Love me some Whitney Houston.
True
Brings
story.
back memories of growing up. My mama listened to it. Oh,
now, is that Angel Johnson or Angel?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm just curious.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, we'd like to know.
Yeah. Let's see. Just went through with that with my trucking company.
Trucking can be a tough business, so our hat is off to you.
Yeah. Hey, Bluegrass Grading and Excavation.
What's happening?
Wayne Forbes. My wife does the books, and she loves when I bring in invoices from a month ago.
We just got a super chat. Thank you
Awesome.
very, very much.
How do we tell who that's from?
Click on it.
Michael Gal. Awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Let's see. You guys are great in our line of work. No other channel is as dedicated to helping others as yours.
We are glad to be able to help.
All him, you guys. He has put his heart and soul into this channel.
I enjoy
he really
it.
has.
Thank you very much. I'll buy my wife a cup of that French fancy coffee. That's what I'll do.
Yeah. Yeah, Wayne. I love when Todd brings in stuff from the truck that's covered in dirt and spilled coffee.
What are you talking about?
Super fun. You can't read anymore.
Faded out from being in my wallet too long.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's just so great. Let's see here. What else we got? What's better, buying a smaller excavator or renting a larger one?
I would average out the type of work that you want to do, because you're going to tend to target that type. I like mediocre sized jobs, and I found having an 80, I can do big jobs and I can work big trees and cleanups. It might take me just a little bit longer, but it saves a lot more money, because the rent cost between a 55 excavator and an 80 is really not that much different. But it's nice to know that we own the bigger, more expensive. So the bigger it gets, it's just like if you got into 40,000 pound machines, that payment is not going to be much more than my 80. It's just that I don't want to get into big clearing and big dirt moving projects. I like bouncing jobs I like moving jobs every day to no more than a week. I don't like being on a job more than a week. So if it was me, I would buy the bigger machine and then rent the smaller or the really big.
Oh, G West says Fairview, Yanmar. So it must have been out at Carolina Equipment. Is that where he would have seen you?
I suppose so. I was dropping by to pick up the mower.
Yep.
Should have come up and said hello.
Yes.
I love meeting people.
He's super friendly.
I don't buy it.
Nope.
No. I love when people walk up and say hello. They don't
You
mind.
just might have trouble getting away from him because he likes to talk. Ryan just dropping in to say thanks for all you do. Wish I'd started into excavation instead of welding.
Never too late.
Yeah, he started out in welding.
I was trained to weld boilers in nuclear power plants.
And his training actually comes in handy. We have a small welder here at the house, and he does some, if time permits or we're slow, he does some minor repairs. So, that your education there can still help you in something further.
For sure.
It's not lost. Don't think it's lost or it's too late. Thanks for subscribing, Marigold Transportation. Southern accent. Yes, we are. Southern.
For sure.
For sure.
I've been accused of being from Texas, Tennessee, Georgia, North Carolina. What was the one that really threw me? I can't remember, but there was one somebody asked me if I was from, and I want to say like Wyoming or something. I'm like, they have hillbillies in Wyoming? Now, logger wage is proof that there are rednecks and hillbillies in Indiana. I think that's where he's from.
That's funny.
Which he subscribed to my channel this week, and I am thrilled. This has been a great week. This has been a great week. Logger Wade not only subscribed, but commented on 2 videos and beat this all. Guess who called me? You want to tell him?
Dirt Boss.
And Dirt Perfect.
Oh, well, yeah, Dirt Perfect.
We're kind of tight now. We're like best friends, really. They won't say that.
He's like fangirling over this. He came home and
Dirt Perfect called me. I told him on the phone, I was like, man, to be honest with you, I had to collect myself for a few minutes before I could call you back.
Yeah.
It's like, I hope I don't say something stupid. Let's face it. I'm going to say something stupid.
Larry here with the 76 F700. What is y'all's view on new or old equipment?
I actually had an F700, and I sunk so much money into that thing. It was, I think it was a 1975 F700. And I
The little
replaced,
red one.
yeah, I replaced everything from the brake booster to I don't know what else. I spent thousands on this thing, and this is like a truck that's worth like $2,500. From what we have experienced, a new truck is the route to go. If you know you have the work that's going to justify that payment. Now, starting out, and you haven't felt the market out, you haven't been in the market, then buying a little bit older truck is a safer way to go. But they will nickel and dime
They will.
you to death.
They will.
You will struggle far more keeping an older truck running. And he's like, oh man, I'm going to pay $5,000. It'll be paid for. What you're going to have is a piece of junk that's paid for, and it's going to cost you. I bet that $700. I bet I spent $1,500 to $2,000 a month for the short period I had it. So we jumped from that we went from the 1975 F700 to a 1985 Ford L9000, which is Wilbur, my beloved. Give me a thumbs up and a like if you know who Wilbur is. And then
Wilbur's been good to us. He has.
We love Wilbur.
Yeah, he's been
he's
good.
Our baby boy.
Well, he cost us a lot of money. He made a lot of money too, but we finally got to the point where he was down in the shop, and we had work backing up, and we said, okay, we've at least got to get another truck as a backup because, it's sitting in the shop. We can't move our equipment. We can't haul material. We really can't do anything, and it's just sitting there costing us money, and we're not making any money. It's like this is, he's paid for, but so we're also still paying like a payment on him every month in maintenance. And so now we've got the $750.
High payment.
Yeah, now we got the new $750. And it's funny, like if you look at 2019, what we spent on maintenance for Wilbur versus what we spent on him this year, it's like, $15,000 to $1,500.
And no downtime.
And we've had no downtime, and
it's nice to still have a backup truck.
Yeah.
It is nice to have a backup.
It absolutely is nice. If we need to take the 750 in for a PM or when we had an employee, it was really nice to have two trucks.
For sure. For sure.
So long story short, if you're getting started out, used is not a bad route to go at all. Old is not a bad route to go. But once you are established and you've got solid work coming in, you know how to get work, you've got it lined up, it's not a bad idea to try and get something newer.
I jumped us too far?
Yeah. Get back up.
See, I can't even run my live. I got my sweetheart to take care of me.
All righty. Western Kentucky. Hello, Greg.
Welcome in, Greg.
Have you ever opened a cave entrance before?
A cave entrance? I have dug into some voids.
Interesting.
Very suspicious voids. But that's Dirt Brute. I think he dug up a body. If you want to talk about digging stuff up.
What?
I think Dirt Brute did. I think he did. I think it was Dirt Brute.
Public knowledge?
Him. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, he didn't mean to do it.
Well, was it like someone that was intended to be buried there, or was it like something you see in a horror movie?
I'm not even sure if it was a person body.
Oh.
I think it was a human body, though.
Oh, okay. All right.
Fill us in, Dirt Brute, if it was you.
Anyway.
I've dug up some pretty interesting old stuff. I've dug up nothing like, I've never got into a cave, but I have definitely, it's always fun like when you get a customer call about a sinkhole. There's something in there that's more than likely just rotted, decayed, and you don't know what you're getting ready to dig out. Most of the time it's just rotten wood.
If I pull out a skull, that's it. I'm done. Goodbye. Nope.
Oh, come on now.
Nope. Hi from Long Island, New York. Hello.
Welcome.
Came over from Dirt Perfect and Let's Dig. Thanks for joining.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Now, just for this person who came over from Let's Dig, let me just say I have fun with him. Is that a nice way to put it?
Yeah.
Okay, I aggravate him a little bit. I'm just trying to get his attention. I'm his biggest fan. He's my hater.
There you go. So I keep all my receipts and tally them up at the end of the year. Wife puts everything in a nice, neat spreadsheet. There you go. That sounds like a good system y'all got going on.
Keep it going.
Yeah. Yes, I throw away the receipts. My wife makes me take pictures because I lose them anyways. And my accountant just flashed the flash drive. Okay.
What?
Sounds like you can take a picture of the receipt and then toss it.
Oh, that's Miss Katie B. She's the one that makes wedding hats.
So it may be, I don't think I'm going to go back and do it for like 2020, taking pictures of the receipts. Oh. But for 2021, I may just like confirm with my CPA that it's okay. If the IRS comes and audits us, we don't have to have the paper copy or something. If you haven't checked on that, you may want to check on that. But yep. That's awesome if you can. That's super cool. Super, super cool. Okay, so KTB. Yes, I've heard about you.
Yep.
Making the wedding hats. Super, super cool. Yeah, so
I'm pretty sure it's Katie.
I've heard the same thing about keeping your paperwork. I mean, I know that we do have to keep our records. I don't know if that's like tangible paper or a soft copy on the computer. I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I make wedding fascinators and hats. Super cool. Super, super cool. Larry, hey guys, glad to see you in a live chat. Y'all answer so many questions. Made me get my Yanmar. Congratulations. That's awesome. Awesome.
Oh, they're asking, he said, for me, what made you go with a Yanmar? Price point.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Price point. And I had been dealing with that dealership for 10 years, I guess. And I had actually rented that machine quite a bit and put a lot of the hours that were on it. So I was familiar with the machine, and that helped me to decide, that even though it's used, I knew it. I knew how it operated and how it felt. But in hindsight, for the stability issues of them, I would probably go with something different because we had to pay how much for that counterweight? $1,500. Is that $1,500 or $2,000?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Just for a counterweight.
Under $2,500.
Yeah, so I would probably go with something, that's better balanced, like a Takeuchi or something, Bobcat, something like that.
Yeah.
Yanmar is a good starter machine. You will get a lot of machine for a lesser price. For what we paid for that Yanmar, we would have been lucky to get like the E50 Bobcat, which is a 12,000 pound machine. And the Yanmar is stout. It's really stout. If you put the blade down and you go to lift like these 4,000 pound concrete blocks with them, it will lift it and without a problem. So they're just a good stout machine.
Hey, Todd, did you ever call Pete? Shane Rowland. Who's Pete?
I'm pretty sure. I'll have to look back on my notes, buddy. I'm not sure. Text me on that. Or did you, however you message me again so I can look back and see if I did try to get a hold of them.
Arthur, that's me. Small jobs, 1 or 2 days. Then land clearing jobs are about 2 weeks or less. Yep. It takes a little longer. Yeah.
It always does.
Yeah.
It will always, land clearing will almost always be more than when you just look at it. There's more to it. So
I told you sounded like you were from the state of Alabama. I knew I'd heard somebody say Alabama. Yep.
And everywhere in between. Just not Louisiana.
Logger Wade is in a league of his own in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Nashville. I'm hearing that Nashville is the place to be. I wouldn't mind traveling to Nashville
sometime. It's a skid beat that dug up the body. I knew it was one of my guys. I thought I had Skid Dude.
Human body.
Yeah,
Oh.
let me make him a moderator so we can spot him. I thought it was Skid Dude. I thought I had you in as a moderator. My bad.
Oh.
Yes. Ah, Dirt Root. I work for the mob.
I have questions, and then I also don't want to know. Like, did the homeowners know it was there? How do you go and say, like, I'm sorry I dug up your grandma? Or did you know there was a body in your backyard? Like, did you just uncover a murder or someone's beloved grandmother? Like,
I don't know what I would say. Like, you dig up, and you know you're not going to just dig up, like, the whole body in one scoop. You're going to dig parts or something out.
You're going to see, like, a femur and then a skull and a rib.
Well, that's if it's rotten, decayed. This just got to a whole new level, folks.
Gosh.
Skip it, you got to tell her the story, man. Just go ahead and start typing it up and all the details. She wants to know.
Dug up a human body. I may have to, like, message you privately. Like, I feel like I'm invested now. I need to know. I need to know. Oh, a lady paid me to dig up all her pets to move them to a pet cemetery when she sold the house.
Now, that's Dirt Dude, not Skid Dude.
Oh, okay. Now,
okay. But he got paid to dig up a bunch of animals.
Okay, so when we bought our house that we're in now, the lady that we bought it from didn't tell us this, but one of our now new neighbors said, hey, FYI, this big pretty rock that's, like, right over here off to the side, you know, because he's always got his machine out there. He's like, don't, like, you know, just FYI, if you go moving around in there, family dog's under there. And I'm like, why wouldn't she tell us that he was under there?
Yeah, aren't you supposed to disclose, like, burial locations or something?
I mean, like, I don't care. It's a dog, but it'd be nice to just say, hey, you know, my kid's dog, we buried it there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you need to move it, whatever. But, like, just tell me. I don't want to be like him out there digging and Emma out there seeing some dead puppy skull come up. She'd be so upset.
True story. Remember to subscribe to the Kendi fam. Because I got a feeling that we're going to be doing a live maybe there tomorrow, and this is way more fun than when it's just me.
Really?
I don't have to talk as much.
Well, I know why you're so hoarse afterwards. I feel like
it hurts your throat when you talk for so long. Yeah, if you need, whenever you're ready to.
It's crazy. We
gotta
finish these comments here. All
right. They're going to keep coming.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Well, how do you know when?
I usually talk until people start leaving.
Okay, hang on now. All right, I had to keep asking so many probably dumb questions, but would you go with over equipment if you worked on it yourself?
Over equipment.
Okay. Well, that's the other thing. So if you can do all the work yourself, that's great, but that's still time that you are not working and making money.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
It's still downtime. It may not cost you to pay someone, but you're also just not making money. So it's not as expensive. You know, when we're down, for the most part, we are paying someone to fix it, and Todd's not making money. So that's loss of money, spending money.
Yeah.
If you can fix it yourself, then you are just loss of money, not also paying someone. So it's better, but you're still down, so you got to think about it.
Yeah, and you can figure, you know, if you, what I would do is find out what your local rate is.
Oh gosh, they dug up someone too.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. Finish your thought. Okay.
Well, I was just gonna say, you know, ask around your.
What have I gotten myself into, guys?
Let's see. Now I can't focus. You can go. Everybody's wanting to know about the dead body now, but just check in your local area what they charge for maintenance at mechanic shops, and then you can see, you know, is it worth paying the $80 an hour to have a machine worked on while you keep working at $100 to $150 an hour? Is it worth it?
Yeah.
All right, to the dead body.
All right, Ohio Valley Pond. I dug up someone because somebody had taken down all the headstones at an old cemetery.
Is that legal? I don't think
Is
that's
what
legal.
legal?
Take the headstones down.
I don't know, but that's awful. I'm so sorry that you had to experience that. That's traumatizing.
Well, then my question, did you just put it back? Or did you have to exhume all of these graves before you can move forward? That happened in my hometown. Of course, I'm a hillbilly, and that's not nearly as surprising that someone like that would happen.
Yeah, everybody probably has family graveyards.
Well, there was like all these graves on a hillside. Well, they started excavating into this big hill to build for a bank. And they hit somebody's vault. And it was a big deal. I mean, you talk about getting the pantsuit off of you.
How about Kubota? Our tractor's a Kubota.
I would have a Kubota excavator if I could afford one.
Yeah, that's the thing, we can't afford it.
For the size of the machine I have now, that Kubota, I think, to be set up the way I would want, about $113,000.
All right, UK is going to bed, Miss KTV. Good night.
Thanks for dropping in.
I will not be far behind you. All right, I was hired to dig a grave, and they didn't have the plot marked. Skid boot.
So did you hit like the vault? Was there a vault there that you hit, or did we actually like hit like a body that had been buried back in the 1800s in a pine box? The box no longer existed. That's what I'm curious about.
All of it.
Either way, it's not. It would not be a great experience for me. I don't think. I mean, do you say a prayer or something?
I feel like you have to
I'd like.
I'd
have to say something. I'd say a few words.
Super.
I would say, ma'am, sir, I am so sorry to disturb your peace.
Yeah, they're supposed to be resting in peace.
Supposed to be. Very unfortunate situation you're talking about.
Larry, I'm 25, so I try to get all the info I can to live in Christiansburg near Virginia Tech. So it's kind of cool to talk to someone that's close to you and has a YouTube channel.
Where?
Welcome. Great age to get going. You are old enough to have wits about you and still young enough to work hard. So
we're trying.
Good job.
Lenore City, Tennessee.
Hi, Dan.
Welcome to the broadcast.
Well,
don't you hate it when it jumps like that?
Ohio, the people that I was working for did not know about it. It was there when they bought the farm. Oh my.
That gives a whole new meaning to the term.
Haunted.
Bought the farm. I had to do it.
What is that? I don't get it.
When they say you bought the farm, you just kind of, it's all gone.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Pretty much. Moving on.
Okay. Night, Joe.
Night. Thanks for coming in.
Etowah County. Mayfield, Kentucky.
I'd say we're probably winding down, folks.
Yep.
If you want to hold your comments, again, if you want, we'll type in the Kendi fam one more time. Kelly's typing in our family channel tomorrow, the Kendi fam. Go over there, subscribe, and we're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff tomorrow. What do you think we'll be talking about over there?
More family stuff, not as much excavation.
Sorry,
guys.
Yeah. So we would really like to get to know you guys more, our viewers, and maybe we'll pick your brains about, when you had kids or, do's and don'ts. And for you people who have had kids recently, maybe some places that we can acquire said things. I know my sweetheart was looking at wallpaper. I don't do wallpaper. I dig holes. I don't know how. I mean,
but honey,
it sounds awful.
Oh, honey.
I'm going to do whatever she wants because I love her. But I mean, do you roll the glue on the wall?
No, it's peel and stick wallpaper. It's a temporary.
Fake news.
It's all the rage. Chip and Joanna Gaines thing. Yeah, it's good. We're good.
And we're going to do Emma's wanting beds. So we're going to talk about some stuff like that. I'd really like to get to know you guys.
Have your wives join in or something.
Yeah, totally. I'll be there. I'll probably be wearing my cute little nice hat and my white work shirts. So you may not notice me till I talk. Look, Adam Gibson's laughing at Skid Boot. Are we at the bottom of the chats?
Wait, hang on. So, Skid Boot said, when I dug up the body, I sang Digging Up Bones.
Look at this. One of my guys got spooked and ran away.
Oh my gosh. That would be me. I'd be like, bye. Yeah. Peace out.
Oh, I swear.
No.
If I pulled up what looked like a human skull,
Uh-uh.
I'd be sitting there with my joysticks in hand, and I don't know what I would do. Just, what do you do or say? I mean, you're sitting here, you're expecting to dig dirt, and you pull up bones, a head or something.
Yeah. No.
That ain't fun. I shouldn't make fun of that.
Oh, it's awful.
Thank
It's
you,
awful.
Memna.
Yes,
Eric,
thank
his
you.
name is Eric Memna.
Eric, thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm taking her to McDonald's.
You can take Emma to McDonald's.
Or the Denny's for breakfast.
How about Chick-fil-A?
That won't buy Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
New style wallpaper is okay. Dirt Brute, whose side are you on?
Wallpaper makes me sick.
I expect to see you at the Kennedy Fam live tomorrow. What time are we going to do that? We'll definitely post about it, but I'll post it. Be sure to subscribe in case I forget to put it on my community. But it's going to be a good time. We're going to have a good time. I am going to be cracking jokes. I'm going to be talking about how babies make me sick, how I don't like them.
And I'll talk about how they're so sweet and squishy.
I don't like it. I don't think
Hold
it's
them
going to be fun at all.
Pat their little diaper butts. Smell them.
They smell like poop.
Yeah.
Poop.
No,
and
they'll
spit
smell
up.
like poop because you'll change the diaper and then you'll bring them back to me and they'll be smelling good again.
Uh-oh. Not signed out yet. Oh, I thought it said timed out.
Oh.
You know, I mean, we've got like this understanding. You know, she's going to be the mama and I'm going to be the daddy. So she's going to be feeding the baby. My job, as I understand it, all I got to do is if it has a blowout, a poopy, needs changed, things have gone AWOL, I will get up out of bed and I will go to the crime scene and I will take care of business. But then I'm going back to bed because I am sorry. And I am not fun or pleasant when I'm tired.
Dirt Brute, new style wallpaper is okay to install. Where do you live? You want to come down for a weekend and visit?
Pennsylvania.
That's
he ain't
not
got time for
far.
this.
Road trip. You can come down for a weekend and help us hang some wallpaper. We got room. You can stay.
You're welcome to come, but it's by your own accord, and I'm not held responsible for whether you have a good or a bad time down here.
I'll put you to work.
I'm going to dig holes.
Well, somebody's going with you. Triple J Contracting. He's jumping in an excavator to find something to do when his wife mentions wallpaper.
I like it.
He's probably.
I like it.
I was talking about today, and he was putting up ads.
I got gravel to haul.
You know, he's like, I ain't got time to do wallpaper.
I got to renew my advertisements. Cabot, Arkansas.
You like cat equipment? Do you like cat equipment?
I do not. That's a very expensive paint color. I have run a couple of cats, and compared to other things, for what they charge for them, I'm not that overly impressed. And people will say, well, you get 0% for 60 months. My father was a car salesman, and believe me, They are making their money somewhere. There's no such thing. I almost cracked again. I feel like a prepubescent teenager. There is no such thing. No such thing as 0% interest. It's in there. They're going to charge you one way or another. I'm telling you.
Oh, no, it's all 50-50 now. Mom and pop, 50-50.
What?
KTB says it's 50-50, honey.
What's 50-50?
I think she's talking about the parenting.
Do I look like I can breastfeed?
You got some very protruding little nipples.
I hate it when she touches them. I don't like it.
Oh, good times, good times. No, he is actually, y'all, he talks big and tough, but let me just say, you know, I've got a leg up here because I get to watch him be a dad. I've got to watch him be a dad for almost 4 years now. So
I'm awful at it. I don't like her and she don't like me.
He talks big and tough.
Mm-hmm.
But
Maybe call the cops.
He's a softie, and all Emma has to do is stick out her lower lip. And
that's true.
She gets whatever she needs.
Well, I wonder who taught her to do that.
I'm a smart woman. What can I say?
Well, if you taught her to do it, then she ought to be sticking that lip out at you.
It don't work on me. It works on you. No, he talks
I love my
game,
girls.
but he's a very, very helpful husband, and he's a good daddy. So,
but I got to have my sleep.
He's very helpful, though. I'm not worried about him, pulling look, Ryan, you'll be miserable, man, if you don't pull your weight on night shift.
Give a thumbs up if you think Todd should be off the hook. I'm watching. I love my wife.
Oh, Dirt Brutes from Massachusetts.
Really? How am I off so much?
I have actually been, I went to Boston for a conference one time, my last job. It's very cold and lots of lobster.
Lobster?
Mm-hmm.
My wife loves lobster.
Yes, I do. I enjoyed my trip up there. It was very nice.
And now, thanks to her, my 6-year-old likes lobster. So now I have to pay for a 6-year-old to eat lobster.
She also likes filet mignon.
Are you kidding me? When I was growing up, I was lucky to get McDonald's, and I loved it.
We won't talk about your raising.
Oh, we going there. We going. She's right.
Y'all had to eat the burger first. The fries were a treat.
Yeah, I didn't even know what filet was till I think I started dating you. Oh. I didn't know what filet was. I thought it was pronounced filet mignon.
For real?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm a hillbilly. I ain't stupid.
Oh, he likes your hat.
Thank you. It's kind of my calling card, I guess you might say. Plus, it makes a really cool little graphic of me.
Oh, yes. Kelly, break out the frying pan upside the head and Todd will jump to it.
Who said that?
Arthur,
I'm really trying hard to like you. I think Katie B ought to be on my side. Me and her, we've known each other longer.
Oh, let's see. KTB, paint the wall with magnetic paint. And then when the kids get older, they can use magnetic shapes to decorate the wall themselves. I didn't even know this was a thing. That's very cool. Awesome. Emma.
We should hang out.
Emma would like that, I bet, in her room. That's super cool. I'm going to check into magnetic paint. I didn't know that was a thing. That's like kill two birds with one stone. They get to play and entertain themselves. They get to feel like they're decorating their room. It's not permanent. Awesome.
Totally. Make sure you come over to the Kindy Fam, KT.
Yes, come check us out.
We want you there.
The Kindy Fam, because it sounds like you have great advice.
Yeah.
Which I'm looking for. So please, KTB, go check out the Kindy Fam. Watch for when we post that we're going to go live tomorrow, because I have lots of questions and I don't really know what I'm getting into. And it sounds like you know stuff. So please help.
I know what we're getting into. Let me tell you what we're getting into.
You pipe down over there. I never had a steak until I was a senior in high school.
Feel your
There
pain.
you go.
I had sirloin. And looked back, I was getting ripped off. We went to Shoney's, and I just ate the bread and loved it. That's true. I would eat that
Thank
bread.
you, KTV. I look forward to
Honey
talking to
butter.
you over there.
Great stuff.
Arthur, I like picking. He don't mean nothing by it. He'll
Love
think
you
on
too.
that.
My name is Emma too. Hello. Welcome. Be sure to join the Kendi fam.
Yeah.
You'll love our Emma.
I think kids are easy. I love being a daddy. That's awesome.
Easy.
That's the encouragement I need to hear. You need to come over to the Kendi fam too and give this guy some pep talk.
Must have got
Give me some encouragement.
Must have got his kids from the toy section in Walmart out of a box. They probably can't talk.
I don't know what I'm going to do with you.
Love me. I'm getting a night nanny. Did y'all hear that?
Adam.
What?
Held for review. Hang on a sec. Todd, you man enough to do the dirty, then be man enough to pay your dues. Dirty diapers and throw up.
Adam, man, I thought you were on my side. I can do the dirty diapers.
Kids are easy till they become teenagers. Word, yes. Got a niece that's 14. She's going to be 15 in May. And I don't get a lot of the attitude because I'm the aunt, but I see what her mama gets sometimes. And
thanks, Ford Blue. What?
That is, no joke. Talking about teenagers, attitudes, and hormones.
Who's teenagers?
I was talking about Katie being coming up.
I love Katie.
Yeah.
Spoiled rotten. Where are we?
Everyone needs to sub to the Kendi family. Good stuff by good people.
Thank you.
We
Thank
appreciate
you so much.
watching all the comments. I want to say I even saw you on my Instagram, if I'm not mistaken. I post a lot of the stuff on my Instagram too, so you can, check us out on there. I need to link our Instagrams on here too. My daughter and wife were just alike. You talking about butting heads? Oh, they were just alike.
Just alike, yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. What is it? You pay for your raisin.
That's what I hear.
Yes.
I was a real gem. Never did nothing. Triple J, what's happening?
My 10-year-old boy and myself enjoy your channel. When it's a boy, you will have a blast.
Thank you. That's one reason I keep the channel and live chats clean. I want families in here.
Absolutely.
Because, every generation says that the next generation down ain't going to amount to nothing. Well, I think we just need to let kids get dirty. A lot of people are like, get out of the dirt, get out of the mud puddle. Well, to a degree, you let them play. Right, Mama? Right.
Just make them put on their play clothes. There is a difference between play clothes and nice clothes.
And you don't get in Mama's car. If you're dirty, you get in
Daddy's
Mama's truck or Daddy's truck. There's a time and place for all of it. But, see, I got one person to like when I said Todd shouldn't have to do nothing. We went from 38 to 39 likes.
Whatever.
My wife is a saint.
Yes, I am.
Ain't gonna make me do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we at here?
Let's see. My teenage boys are okay, but my nieces, yeah.
I love mine. I get to spoil them, send them home. Here we go. 19 and in college. Trust me, teens are a lot, but it's because most of them aren't raised right. Here. The raising does make a huge difference. Emma is the best behaved child in every room.
And we're not just saying that because
She
we're
really
her
is.
parents. We hear that from the other parents and non-parents. Anywhere we
She
go,
will
it's
listen.
always, people are always making comments to
Mhm.
us about how well behaved she is. And
Yep.
we're very, very fortunate. She is a wonderful, wonderful kid. She really is.
She had to be raised that way, or especially with us, because if she went to work with me
Mhm.
and she didn't do what I told her to do or not do the first time, there may not be a chance for a second. Something could hit her, she could be killed, and people say, oh, you shouldn't have kids around that kind of stuff. It's like, well, if they mind,
Then it
and
shouldn't be a problem.
that's not, and it's never been an issue.
Yeah.
And she knew that from the start, whether you believe in whippings or not, just a little bit of discomfort for them not minding can save their lives.
Yeah.
So.
And now, if we ever say, do you know why we don't give you, 15 chances like some other parents do?
Yeah.
She'll say, yeah, it's because you're trying to keep me safe. Because if I'm at work with daddy, I could get hurt. Like at 6 years old, she will say that full thought back to me. And I'm like, that's exactly right. She's like, I understand. I know it's because you're trying to keep me safe.
And
we're super lucky that she's so smart and gets stuff.
And how everybody else parents is their business. Mm-hmm. They need to parent their child for the situations that the child's put in.
Right.
And it's just, it's not
but
all
this
children.
Is the situation our child is put in. So
not all
it's
children.
Our job to keep her safe.
And I like being able to take Emma to work with me. I would not want to just have to kiss her and say goodbye and go to work by myself. That kid can set these 4,000-pound concrete blocks. I can trust her to run the excavator while I'm holding them. So I'm extremely proud of her, and how everybody else parents, that's their business. Nobody should judge anybody else, but I feel good about how we do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
How she does it.
Let's see, my 30-year-old son is one of the hardest workers I've ever seen. Nothing like a lot of folks and kids his age. Yeah. I'm 31, so that's my generation. And a lot of people my age and younger, I've always said, a lot of my friends even have come out of college or started working, and it's like they want to live the life that their parents are living, but they don't realize that their parents had 25 years to get to where they are that we haven't put in yet. Like you can't skip the steps. It doesn't work that way. Right. So that's awesome. It sounds like you did, some good work raising him.
Absolutely.
Bleeds Ford Blue. My 16-year-old daughter wants in on truck repairs with me.
Right on.
That's awesome.
Right on.
Super cool.
Teach them little girls.
Absolutely.
They want to learn. Boys want to learn, and you just got to give them the opportunity to learn. Yeah. They're little sponges, and they're going to learn what you put in front of them.
Yeah. Emma likes working on stuff with you. Mm-hmm. She loves it.
But she's a little homebody too.
Yeah,
and that is so cute. When the kids were out of school with the COVID life, this beautiful woman right here worked from home and homeschooled. And I couldn't have done that. I will just tell you, I am not capable of that. But this angel of mine did it. And then she put up with me when I got home.
Oh, we had a good time. Sometimes I'd say, you want to go with Daddy for a little while? She's no, I'm just going to stay here with you. She likes being at home.
Yeah, she can be a little homebody, but you can tell, like with kids, whoever has had them most of the day, they gravitate. And like at night when we're all just sitting around watching a TV show or something, Emma gets in her little pocket back here. Yeah. That's true. If you watch the videos over at the Kendi fam, that is absolutely true.
But if she's been with him all day at work, she's stuck to him in the evenings. It's literally whoever she's been with throughout the day. Mm-hmm. That's who she's going to chummy up with in the evening.
Unless I've aggravated her, which I never do.
Well, yeah, some days she comes in, she's like, I'm done with him. Bye. Where's Kelly?
Yeah, this will be a story we could tell tomorrow night, but Emma actually gets mad at me at bedtime because I snuggle her every night and I hum to her until she falls asleep. And sometimes I'm not ready to go to sleep. So I want to tickle and play, and she ends up yelling across the house to Kelly.
Yes.
But Daddy's bothering me.
Yeah.
And then she has to come and get on to me. And it ain't fair.
That's true. Very true. I have 2 children, not just one. Let's see.
You see this? They want you to drive the dump truck. I told you. That's a biker
We
in
still
VA.
need your angel of mine to be a dump truck driver for us.
She did so good. Did y'all see the video?
Y'all,
Hit the like button if you saw her drive a dump truck. It was so cute.
I drove it like
she
on
dumped.
our property.
She took a dump on the property.
That didn't sound right.
I'm kidding.
Jeez. You can't edit this. This is live. Oh my gosh.
I'm in so much trouble. Nobody can leave. Nobody can leave because with the live ends, I'm a dead man. She did a fantastic job. I'm going dead. Night.
Will you refill my water if you're going for it?
Yeah, I'll get you some.
All right, let's see here. No boy is perfect growing up. Yeah, you're right.
Sorry.
No boy is perfect growing up. And to hear his parents talk, I think he got the most whippings out of 3 boys.
Every day.
He says he got a whooping every day. I would not be surprised. Which, think about it, it's like, what weren't you getting? Why weren't you learning a lesson? Kids are how we raise them. My son has went to work with me since he was in a car seat. We hauled gravel, clear hillsides. Yes, that is awesome. Todd is looking forward to, if God willing, we're able to have another baby that, as soon as they're up old enough to where it's safe and their head's not wobbling around, he wants to take them with him to work. And I'm sure I'll be ready for a break at some point. So that's awesome. I always felt proud when people told us our kids were respectful. They were under threat of death from, right? Doesn't it make you feel like you've accomplished something, or like, okay, like I've got this, we're doing the right thing,
what's that?
We are winning as parents? He said, Greg says that he always felt pride when people would tell them that their kids were respectful.
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely.
It makes you feel good. It absolutely makes you feel good. And you know what? Emma is proud of herself.
Absolutely.
Because we'll always be sure to tell her,
yeah.
Emma, your behavior was so good. Yeah. Your manners were so good. Or so-and-so commented on, the way you acted. And she'll say, yeah, I know. Or, yeah, but that other kid, if I did that when I got home, I get a whooping. Like, she knows. And she'll even, there are times where she'll say stuff about how other kids are acting. She'll be like, I don't understand why so-and-so was acting like this. Like, their mama must not make them follow the rules.
So the reality of it is you don't have to whip her twice in 3 years, ain't it? Is it twice? We haven't had to whip her a lot.
Yeah,
it's very rare, and usually she's harder on herself than we have to be. And usually we end up having to calm her down.
Yeah.
And be like, it's not this bad, but she will just really get down on herself, almost to a point we have to be like, she's punished herself.
It's so true, though. I remember my parents telling me, mainly my mom, it's hard. This is harder on me than it is for you. And I'd be like, yeah, right. I'm the one getting the spanking, or I'm the one getting grounded. She was right. It is totally harder on the parent. Like, I don't want to have to fuss at her or discipline her.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's so sweet. It's like, I know that I need to. It's my job is to do that, but like,
she has a fragile heart.
It breaks my little heart for her.
She's a big baby.
Spend time with them. Don't send them to the computer or TV. Get involved in a church. Raise them up right. That will always be a blessing to you. I have 5 children and 10 grandchildren. That is awesome.
Wow.
See, that's what I look forward to too, is like grandkids and like
just
the family continuing on like that. But yeah, I agree. You got to raise them right for sure. Yeah, they do grow up way too fast. Totally way too fast.
I'm trying to find
somebody's laughing. She took a dump on our property. Yeah, guys. That's not what he meant.
That wasn't what I meant.
I did not do that.
No,
Todd needs
she
to
would
do-
never do that.
I would absolutely never. I would.
If y'all knew her, you would know how ridiculous like the thought of that even is. So, like Skibby says, I got damage control. I'm in so much trouble.
Have a good night.
I'm in so much trouble. Let's see here.
Hi, Jordan.
Let's see here.
My wife is overhearing this and laughing her butt off. Well, tell your wife that I said hello. What's your wife's name? Does she have a channel or anything?
Join the Kendi fam.
Tell her to join the Kendi fam tomorrow. Adam Gibson. What is your wife's name? Tell her that Mrs. Diggin Life 21 says, hey, girl.
Yeah. Okay, I'm dropping the link to the Kendi fam and we'll pin it when it pops up. It should be down at the bottom.
I am down at the bottom.
It will. I
Don't
don't know why it's out there.
I have 4 grandsons. Oh, that's awesome. You know, so we have Emma, my stepdaughter, his daughter. And then we have on my side of the family 3 nieces. And on his side of the family, we have 3 nephews and 1 niece. So
Yeah,
that's a lot.
nice.
And then my best friend also has 2 boys that are like nephews to us. So really we have 4 nieces and 5 nephews and Emma. And the more kids, the better. Like, they're awesome. Love them, love them, love them. All of them. They're all different. They're all wonderful. Can't get enough of them. Let's see. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Has become a thing of the past. We try to embed this in our son. It's still necessary for a child to respect his elders, Lord willing. Yeah, that's absolutely. Yes, ma'am. I think, what is it? You make him say, yes, daddy?
Yes, daddy.
Yeah. So,
Acknowledge.
Not yes, sir, but, you know, a form of it.
So she knows that that's what it is.
Nothing wrong with giving your seat to a lady. Absolutely. You know what, guys?
Nothing wrong with it.
Todd actually opens my car door all the time. If we are leaving our house, he opens my car door. So not just when we're out and, you know, people see it or something. If we are leaving our house, he opens my car door. When we go to the grocery store, he unloads the groceries into the car. And then when we get home, he unloads all of the groceries out of the car.
You're a lady.
So.
She needs to be treated like a lady.
I'm lucky. Lucky.
So I put the link to the Kendi fam down there so they
can go
click
over,
it and
subscribe. How did you get into the business?
Well, I started out driving a tractor trailer I drove over the road for a while, but I ended up driving a truck for an equipment rental place and just loading the equipment off and on the truck. So I thought this is kind of fun. And then just being around job sites and stuff like that, I thought that looks like fun. So that's how I kind of developed a love for it. Now, when I was a kid, my dad he would scrape people's driveways and did bush hogging, and that's what my business originally was Todd's Bush Hogging Plus. Yeah, that's what it was. But then it was Asheville Bush Hogging, and it's changed names like probably 4 or 5 times before we, dissolved the original one when we got together, because we wanted to start something fresh, just the 2 of us, brand new, nothing that I created or Kelly created. We wanted to do it together. I feel like that's what it was about. Yeah. That's all. Yeah.
And everything we've done since we got together, it's been together. And there are certain projects that one of us will put more and the other one does less, but the reason that one of us is able to do more is because the other one is picking up stuff somewhere else in our life together. So it's everything really is 50-50.
Greg got us up to 140 subscribers.
Thank you, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
So I'm new to this YouTube thing. All right.
She's
so
a natural.
I have watched him do this for 2 years now, and I'm like, man, he is killing it. Like, he's doing awesome. And then about doing this family channel, and for me, the fun part is that we're going to get to document our journey of trying to have a baby, and God willing that we have this baby, and then for the rest of our lives we have this footage that we can look back on and that our kids can look back on. And like, I think about, so my mom passed away almost 10 years ago, and that's just long enough that like I don't have cell phone videos of her, so I have nothing that I can go back and hear her voice or see her movements or mannerisms or anything like that. And so that's one of the things that's driving me with our YouTube channel, the Kendi fam, is that, God forbid, or really eventually something's going to happen to Todd and I both. Our kids will be able to go back and watch us from the beginning and like see us raise them. We'll get to go back and watch this stuff. Like,
oh yeah, YouTube's a great place to put your stuff.
Yeah, so
you can make it where it's not public. You can just use it to store video.
Absolutely. But he has so much fun with you guys, and y'all like uplift him so much that it's like, maybe I can have that too with, obviously not just you guys that are into the digging and stuff, but, people who would be into the family stuff.
Tell your wives about us.
Yeah.
Wives, girlfriends.
I would love to interact with them. Like, I would absolutely love it. You guys have been awesome for him. And so if I could be, an online friend to your wife or girlfriend or whatever, like, I'm totally down for it. Let's see. Can't wait to see more of Emma in the videos working. She's the best. She is the best. Todd, did you have that same thought towards women when you were the dating age? I feel like most boys these days don't.
Was a gentleman? I feel like I always treated girls with respect. Yeah, I was never somebody who looked at them as less. I don't look at anybody based on any difference visually as anything other than a person.
He's very respectful just in general to all people.
The golden rule goes a long way. It really does.
All right, Sharon. Hi, Sharon. 14 years of marriage. That is awesome.
You guys stay married for 14 years? Nobody told me that.
Thank you for subscribing. Now, how do you say this one?
That's a biker NPA.
Oh, okay.
It took me forever to figure it out too.
I get a biker NPA. I'm like, abacadabra?
That's what I did.
Abacadabra? Like,
a biker. Yeah.
I was just not saying it so that I didn't embarrass myself.
Well, it Miss Elite Earthworks. He was over at one of their lives, and she was like, and she actually she's like, a biker in PA? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, well, thank God, because it took me till that moment to be like, duh, I should have known that.
She's smart.
True story.
My son has a video game channel from years ago. I still go listen to his kid voice sometimes. Oh, see, yes.
Oh, man.
Yes. Like, I am going to be the parent that goes back and watches all of our old videos.
Yeah.
Because I do that now on my cell phone.
Yeah.
But the video aspect of it, like put together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am so looking forward to that. If I only ever have 140 subscribers, I'm going to love the memories.
People are going to love you. I love you.
Oh.
I adore her, actually. She's just the sweetest thing.
Oh. Bleeds Forward Blue. Both my daughters like both channels. Oh, good. I'm glad your daughters are enjoying them. Yes. Very cool. Very cool. My wife's favorite quote. What it took to get me is what it takes to keep me. Yes, absolutely.
Amen.
Never stop dating your spouse. Like,
no,
never.
Definitely not.
It's so
These are some good
important.
video ideas for the other channel.
Yeah.
Stuff to talk about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Hey, all right. So, as guys, what would y'all care to tune into on a family channel that wasn't about digging?
What would be beneficial?
Yeah. Like, what would you
Entertaining.
actually be
Looking forward to hopefully having a baby with this woman. They're going to be beautiful babies, ain't they?
I just hope they get my hair and not his. Cool channel. Thank you, Semi Trucks. All right, let's see. I even have my wife hooked on these live streams. She's really looking forward to more of the family stuff since we're about to start trying ourselves. That's awesome.
Exciting news.
Super, super. I want to say you mentioned this in a comment. March. Am I remembering that correctly? Charles. You know,
Charles said they were getting ready to start and said it was kind of terrifying, maybe.
Yeah. So actually, that's gonna be like the same time for us. So if I can get my appointment at the end of February, and they do like they did in my first appointment, where they give me the results right then I'll either know that I'm clear or not clear, and so then would be like go time in March. So we may get to be like going through the whole process at the same time, which would be super, super cool. And I would love
that'd be awesome.
Absolutely would love to talk to your wife. Like, please, if she's got her own account or something, tell her to say, like, hey, I'm, Charles' wife. And I'd love that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I would love that. My wife and I did everything together, hunting and fishing. She died 6 years ago, and it hasn't been the same since. I am so sorry. Absolutely so sorry. I cannot even imagine what life would be like without Todd. I know when my mom died, and that's the closest thing I have to compare it to, the effect it had on my dad. And it just, I think it's outside of losing a child, losing your spouse has got to be.
Yeah, I hate to hear that, Greg.
Your greatest loss of your life. I am so sorry.
Greg says he wants to see family fun stuff, laughing and cutting up. Well, there will be no shortage.
Yep.
I'm sure there will be no shortage.
We just want to tune in to see if Todd makes it through another day. That's why I want to see. I hope y'all aren't making bets on his, like survival or anything, because I need him.
Look at this full hillbilly.
Y'all can't be betting against him, okay? I'll have beef with you over that one.
I always thought I'd be lucky to make it to 40, and I am knocking on its door.
She was 48. Greg, my mom was 49. Yeah. That's entirely too young.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Awful. Let's see. I met my wife when she was 12. But she don't like to be on camera. Well, I don't like to be on camera either. This is my first time on his channel. I'm coming around to it.
She's a natural.
My sweet husband loves me so well and builds me up that I'm working on being okay with it. But I understand not wanting to. Tell her I totally get it. Totally get it.
It is tough to learn. I literally was going, like, the first videos I made, and I was standing in front of the camera and I was actually trying to talk. It took me so many takes just because I was almost in like I have an anxiety panic disorder, as does Kelly. And I would literally almost have like a panic attack for fear of talking to this little box that nobody's in there, but it's become a very fun experience. I enjoyed it. It's like having a friend come along with me to work every day, and all your names right here and names that pop up in the comments. When I look into the camera and I start to talk, I feel the popping up in my head. I'm talking to Charles. I'm like talking to Greg. I'm talking to all these names, and it makes it so much more comfortable. So it's like I'm taking you guys with me to work. It's not.
Well, you've built relationships with
absolutely.
These people. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love when they comment and I try to comment back to each and every one. And as the channel grows, I know it's going to get harder and harder. And I've kind of had to adopt dropping an emoji in response to just a statement. But don't feel like that I don't ever just not read through every single comment. Every single one of them. And I don't ever want to have that hearts your comment, but I will get to where I can't type out the same phrase, because then that dilutes down the meaning of me responding to you.
Yeah.
If you see me say, thanks for watching, and then you read through the comments and you see me say that 3 or 4, 10 times, I don't want to become cheapened for you folks as individuals, because you are individuals. You're not just numbers. You're not just names. And I like it even more if you have a picture next to your name in here, so I can remember your face. I remember faces, not names, as easy, unless it's like a biker in PA. I will remember him. And it's, see, I just totally lost my train of thought.
I must not talk that much because I feel like my voice is going.
Tomorrow will be rough. But yeah, we'll be ending it here. Well,
let's do these last couple here.
Yeah. 5 more minutes. 5 minute call.
Right. I like that you help people start businesses. Thank you. He likes to give advice. I think that he needed advice when he started, and so he looks back and what can he give back, and what was he looking for. Thank you, Greg. Thank you. Let's see. I don't bet against Todd. Good. I'm glad. I pray for the same thing every day.
Oh, Lord, is he coming?
I don't like getting the call that says, honey, I got bad news.
There'll not be any of that.
Honey, I got to go by the shop.
You can.
Your videos have been therapy for me lately. Awesome.
That's great to hear.
Yes,
thank you for watching. It makes a difference in our lives as much, if not more, than what we are just trying to give all of you, for sure.
I was whispering to my camera the first time so my neighbor couldn't hear me. That's awesome.
I love it, dude. I love it.
Love it. Todd, I think your channel started growing more because you showed your personality more. I think so too. I think he has finally gotten comfortable, broken out of his shell, and people are seeing what I get to live with all the time. I'm like, hello, this is.
Well, I thought that was. I thought professional and speak perfectly clear, and I thought that was the only way to get out. Yeah, I thought that was the only way to get out there. And
you were awesome.
Finally, I was just like, forget it.
People told you like they are drawn to you.
Oh shucks.
Telling you.
Well, thank y'all. I really appreciate it, and all the kind words and the support. You guys, YouTube is great. It's a great platform, and it's an outlet.
Searched for digging, stayed for the personality. See?
Thank you very much. Thank
you. Absolutely. New to the channel, also from Western North Carolina. Welcome, little neighbor. Gotta go, guys. All right, Bleeds Ford Blue. Have a good night.
Somebody's messaging me.
Yes.
Well, guys, we really have had a good time, and we need to give Kelly's precious little speaker box a rest, because I know, didn't I say, like when I was up in Pilot, I was doing a live every day, and I went for like 2 or 3 hours.
He was like,
my throat hurts.
I understand now.
Tomorrow, Kendi fam, I imagine maybe a little earlier.
Yeah.
Of course, we may need some recovery time for her little talker, but I am stoked, and I think it's going to be great. I love the Todd is Lagerweight's twin. Thanks, Adam. Boom. Guys, thank you for watching. Thank you. And
thank you, Skid Boot.
Good night, Eric. Good night, Eric. We appreciate you, buddy. And like I say, bring your family conversations tomorrow. And I think maybe Miss Digging Life would enjoy doing future Digging Life.
Yeah, lives. Yeah. This wasn't too bad.
This was way better, and I think you guys
are pretty nice.
I think that you guys probably had a better time too. So thanks. We'll see you guys tomorrow on the Kendi Fam.
Subscribe.
And now for that awkward moment while I'm trying to figure out how to end the screen. Night night. Night night.